So Victor Wembanyama is officially out for the season, and I'm shocked. I'm shocked by this one. Like this is such a shock. Like I saw this tweet a few minutes ago, and it was San Antonio Spurs All-Star Victor Wembanyama is expected to miss the remainder season with a DVT in his right shoulder. Someone says a perfect freight tanking an injury that no one will ask questions about. A DVT did not end Chris Bosh's career, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But he's a former blood clot on his right shoulder. At least people know what that means now. But is that shoulder? Shut the fuck up, honestly. Like at this stage, like genuinely, it's one of those things where it's like, I hope this is a provoked clot. I hope maybe something happened over the All-Star break that he was resting his arm kind of in one position too long, or something like that happened, or he got a hit and wasn't compressing properly on the fly. It's like, I hope that it's something like that, because this is obviously extremely dangerous. This is something that's extremely, extremely dangerous, and I would know because the blood clot nearly killed me when I was 25. Like, there's no secret. There's absolutely no secret that, like, if you've looked at stuff on social media, I've said it tons of times. There's no secret that, like, I had a blood clot when I was 25. I tore my Achilles, had a blood clot in my leg. Doctors laughed it off. Doctors basically, I was just like, look, can you scan, check, there's a blood clot in my leg, I'm in severe pain. And then 2 weeks later, I nearly died. So, like, that was the thing. They just said, no, you're fine, go home with some pain medication. And suddenly I'm unable to move because my back is in so much pain. The blood clot moved to my lung. And by the time I got into the hospital, they were like, you have an extremely large blood clot in your lung. And basically, I was just being warned by the doctor, being like, look, you can go into, they basically had me up on everything. They were like, you could go into cardiac arrest at any moment right now. So we have to have you monitored 24/7. And they definitely did not do a good job monitoring me. Like, I nearly freaking OD'd on morphine, but it's another medical malpractice story in the hospital. But, yeah, so either way, it's scary. It's scary for Victor Wembanyama because this isn't one of those injuries where it's like, this is one of those things that could end his career. And people are saying that, like, a DVT ended Bosh's career. With Chris Bosh, it was a little bit more serious because he had a pulmonary embolism. He had 2 pulmonary embolisms, which is what I had. Like, as scary as a DVT is, obviously a lot of, like, clots that end up somewhere else can start from a DVT, and a DVT can spread. Like, when it becomes like a pulmonary embolism, or if it moves to the heart, it very easily can kill you. Whereas at least he got caught early, and that's the thing is it can kill you. So right now he is going to be on 3 to 6 months on blood thinners, and if you're wondering, it's like, oh, are you a doctor talking? It's like, no, I just literally have gone through this myself. He'll be on blood thinners for 3 to 6 months. He's young, so he's not obviously going to be on blood thinners the rest of his life. And for people wondering why it ended Bosh's career, if you guys don't know, Thing had Sarah Thompson had a blood clot. He's back playing. Like, I still play a bit of ball. I'm not taking anticoagulants at the minute or blood thinners, mainly because, like, if you're young, they don't want you to be on them because there are risks being on them. So for the next, like, genuinely for the next 3 to 6 months, he's probably going to be on blood thinners and blood thinner medication. And the positive sign is that as much as it's gonna, like, the clot's gonna take it out of you, it didn't get to his lung. It didn't get to his lung. It didn't get to his heart. Like, I still have lung damage. I still, like, my heart is okay. I've gotten a few chest scans since then, but, like, there was quite a bit of damage done to my heart as well from it. And thankfully he caught it early enough. He caught it early enough, which is without question the most important thing in this situation. When it comes to Victor Wembanyama, is, like, The guy is safe. He's safe. He's on being monitored and for his own health, which is the most important thing. But now what is this going to mean for the rest of his career? Touch wood, it could mean nothing. Brandon Ingram had a clot in 2019, and he's been okay. He had a clot in his arm as well. We had Asar Thompson, who I think had a clot. With the way things were sounding, like it was like with asthma. It was like he was out for asthma, and then suddenly he had a clot. So I'm guessing Asar's was in his lung, but that's not been confirmed or denied anywhere. Either way, one clot isn't what's going to make you retire. One clot will knock you out for the season, but then it's the second one. It is the second one. And also, clot in your arm versus clot in your lung are two very different things as well based on the recovery time. Like if you've got a clot in your lung, you may not ever be right as far as being a high-level pro player again. It might take months to fix that damage. Clot in your arm, you should be okay. Like Victor Wembanyama should be good to go game 1 next year. If we're being honest, he should be good to go game 1. But if this ends up being something like a hereditary thing, and happens again, like he's got to be super careful. He can be super careful for the entirety of his career. Because if he gets one more clot, that's it. It's done. It is done. There's nothing you can do about it. You can, I don't know. If he picks up one more clot, he can go and play in, like, he can't even play in anything. Like, if you're on blood thinners, you can't play sports. Especially when it comes to, when it's basketball, it's a contact sport. So I have no idea what Victor Wembanyama is going to do if he gets another one, but let's just hope he doesn't. For his own sake, for everyone in basketball's sake, let's just hope that Victor Wembanyama, this is a fluke, and that Victor Wembanyama is not going to end up being one of those guys that has to retire due to multiple blood clots. Because if he gets this under control, 3 months on blood thinners, he'll be fine. 3 to 4 months, the clot will have gone. He'll be ready to go off blood thinners. He's young. He's only 21, which is a good sign. But he's got to be extremely careful. He's going to have to be extremely careful on flights, especially like with the way things are. He's going to have to be, if he's sitting down for too long, get up and move. There's a reason why I had a standing desk for a while, but I've just... I need to start using the standing desk part of my desk again, because that was the reason why I bought it as well. And yeah, this is scary. This is absolutely scary. And as scary as it is, it could have been a hell of a lot more scary. That's the only thing. The only positive of it is, as scary as it is having a blood clot in his arm, it could have been a hell of a lot more scary if he had just, been like, oh, I have a little bit of shoulder pain. No one had to check this, and it started spreading. So yeah, that is pretty much it. That is kind of crazy. Anyway, I'll see you guys.